Alright, so I thought you guys might like a video about books that I have read. Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Will Paterson. Welcome back to a new video. High five. And today I wanted to give you guys a much requested video about the 4 books that have made my design career. Now, a little background about me. I'm Will Paterson. I'm a hand lettering artist. I'm 25 years old. I make logo designs, especially logo type designs. I make these YouTube videos about 2 or 3 times a week. So I teach you guys about everything that I'm doing. And I love to make things, whether it's music or whether it's design. My job is in design. I'm freelance and I design logos for different companies. I'm a completely self-taught artist as well. So hand lettering and logo design was not taught to me formally at a uni. I learned everything that I have through books, research, experience, and knowledge online. And the biggest one of all, common sense. And here are 4 books that made my career in graphic design. So before we get into this video, make sure to press that subscribe button, turning on post notifications so you never miss a video. Subscribing is completely free, don't worry. All it does is it lets you guys know when I've uploaded a video. The first one, and it seems very strange, but it's called Steal Like an Artist. Now, I would recommend this book to anyone, no matter what you do. It's about unlocking your creativity. It's not talking about actually stealing, but it's about basically 10 things nobody told you about being creative. Years ago, I never thought I was creative. Before I became a designer, I thought creativity was something you were born with. But this book showed me, and I only bought it recently, but this book showed me that I can actually be creative as well. And the knowledge inside this book, if I read years ago, would have helped me be more confident in being creative. It shows you how you can use other people's work and gain inspiration from it, and then come up with your own ideas from that inspiration. It's pretty insane. If you're scared about the word creative or insecure, because a lot of us creative people have imposter syndrome, then this book is definitely for you, because it's going to help you out massively in overcoming your hurdles in whether you think you're creative enough. It's not a long read. It's more of like a piece of art, this book. It's more like a project that he did, I guess. And I guess the coolest part of the book has got amazing quotes in there, which is like this, a chapter title, Write the Book You Want to Read. Stuff like that gets me going. Honestly, if you're someone who's thinking about being in the design industry and you're thinking about going to university this summer, or you've decided, then this book is going to help you sort out everything up here and understand how to be creative, understand ways of doing it, giving you basically like a formula for creativity and coming up with new ideas. The second book is a huge one. I'm not talking about size, but I'm talking about impact on my career, and it's this one. I've talked about it before. It's called Grid Systems, or Raster Systems. Now, this book is pretty insane. It is in part German and in part English. Now, what this book is about creating grids. Now, if you're a designer or a creative in any way, whether you're a music producer, you'll understand about grids. If you're a videographer, you'll understand about grids. If you're someone who makes shelves for a living, just because I'm looking at a shelf, then you'll know about grids. Life works in grids, and so does art and design. When I say the word grids, you may cringe a little bit because it can seem daunting and overwhelming, but I just want to let you guys know it's not. This book actually showed me more about grids than I could ever imagine. If you don't know, grids are a huge part in design because that's how we set our compositions up. We use grids to keep everything in line, to keep composition and consistency within the composition. The easiest grid of all for you guys to know about is probably the YouTube player that you're in now. Everything's in squares in certain areas, and the reason why the videos aren't scattered around is because they hold within a grid. There's a rule in place. And this makes it easier for humans to consume media and to create it as well. I use grids in posters, in logos, in every sort of aspect of what I do, especially in this video here. I am literally direct center of the grid lines that I can see right now. This is like the grid lines here, and I'm like kind of front and center of these grid lines because everyone likes it when you're symmetrical and balanced in a screen. This book actually showed me a lot and uncovered some of the truths about having grids. Now, do you have to always stay within a grid in design? No, I've learned this. You can actually come off the grid, but you have to know the rules to break the rules, and that is the biggest thing. Know the rules to break the rules. So without this book, I probably wouldn't be able to do much of the composition work that I do now. It's helped with hand lettering, it's helped with creating poster designs, logo designs, web designs, icons, everything that I could think of. The next book, which I can't actually have on camera because it's massive, is Logo Modernism. Now this book is huge and it became like really expensive and then really popular, might I say, after one of the videos that I made. Logo Modernism is a book about modernized logos or modern logos from the last century, a lot of which were created without computers, so people are using very simplistic designs and using them as logos. It's more focused towards icon logos rather than typography logos. Now the reason why this book helped to make my career is because it allowed me to see how other people created icons in a huge format. I'm not kidding, this book is like this big and this thick. There's so much work inside of it. And not only does it help you feel at ease with creating things and feel inspired, it actually helps you realize that most of these icons that have been made have already been made. Most logo icons look very similar to ones that have been made before, and especially in the last century when they didn't have computers to do some of their dirty work for them in the creative field, then they used very similar shapes, so circles, geometric shapes like squares, triangles, and things like that. This is the kind of thing that people did, and this book helped me in conjunction with Steal Like an Artist, because it helped me take what they have done and adapt it to create a completely new idea with icons. The next book is called The Art of Hand Lettering. This book is seriously old. I got this like third hand. Now the guy who had it had coffee stains, it's all up the thing and everything. It's pretty grim, to be fair. And it's all tattered. But this book is sort of like the Bible when it comes to hand lettering. Back in the day when there was no iPads, and back in the day where if you're doing hand lettering, it was for sign painting. If you're someone who wants to learn about typography and how to craft letter forms that work, that look professional, this book is for you. It's quite thick and it's filled with images, lettering, and basically a huge tutorial on how to do hand lettering. I bought this way after I started hand lettering, so I was already, not bad at it, but I was pretty good at it. But when I bought this actually grew my understanding to a level where I knew the ins and outs of it on how to do things. Like, how do you compose typefaces into a hand lettering composition? What typefaces work with other typefaces? How far should they be on the grid? How far should they be away from each other? This book said it all. Now, I can't promise you guys can get one of these because it's very difficult to actually get one, and if you do, you're normally paying quite a bit. But if you do manage to get one and you're on the fence about it, I would suggest just take the plunge and get it, because if you're someone who's doing hand lettering or design for a living or wants to draw letter forms, this is invaluable to you. Even though it's based around sign painting and creating advertising campaigns back in the day on paper and then giving them to the printing press, it doesn't really talk about any of that. It talks about the basic fundamentals of hand lettering and how to do it. It goes through each letter form, explaining exactly how each of them in every style that you could possibly think of could be made. It gives you history of letter forms as well, like how Romans actually carved out the letter forms and why we have serifs in letter forms. It's an amazing book, and I would suggest anyone who's looking to get into this field to get one. So those are the books that I have read and I've gone through, and they've literally increased my knowledge and understanding to a level that I could never ever expected or imagined. I just want to thank FreshBooks for sponsoring this video. Now, if you're someone who's a creative freelancer or someone who makes a living out of their creative work, you must know that doing expenses, invoicing, and gathering payments can be a bit of an ache in the head. Well, FreshBooks makes it easier for you. FreshBooks is a cloud accounting app that allows you to send invoices, gather up your expenses, and get paid even faster. There's so many cool features about FreshBooks, but the best one for me is to know when the client has seen the invoice. It actually notifies you if they've taken a look at it. So if anyone says they didn't get the invoice, you know fine well they got that invoice. It allows you to get paid even quicker, so the clients don't have to worry about paying you and where it goes and stuff. It's just all there. You can set times, deadlines. Not only that, you can actually gather up your expenses too, so you don't ever have to worry about what expenses you've occurred in that financial year. Honestly, FreshBooks makes it easy to be a creative in the admin world. And they have been so kind to offer you guys 30 days completely free, risk-free of FreshBooks to see if it would work for you. If you think it would, or if you want to just try it out, click that link down below in the description for 30 days completely free. Guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please press that red subscribe button down below, become a member of the family. It's completely free to actually subscribe. Turn on post notifications, which is also free, and that'll notify you every time I upload a video. All of these books are linked down below in the description to an Amazon link where I get a commission every time you purchase a book, so it helps me out that way. Thank you FreshBooks for sponsoring this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See you soon. Goodbye.